la 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 la.
Good morning, Chip. Good morning, Wario. And good morning, Nugget. So Chris is at her market thing this morning, and we got the new truck part in. It's actually right here. The new Ipr sensor. So while she's at the market, I decided to stay home and I'm gonna try to tackle this so that way we can finally go pick up the drywall and the rest of the things that we need so we can keep finishing up on the shed. We're gonna go in the garage and gather up the tools and rip the engine bay apart again. I think I have most everything I need in here. So now we're gonna go to the truck. I might need both hands to open it. We'll start with, I'm gonna remove this guy first. So we gotta disconnect the mass airflow sensor. And then we'll get the coolant reservoir out of the way and get the FICM off. And then I should be able to get to the Ipr sensor. First, we're gonna disconnect the batteries because I don't want it to mess up the FICM somehow. This one, we're just going to remove the grounding cable. There we go. Make sure I don't drop anything in here. Oh, I guess you could see on my watch. It's a little chilly out this morning. It's not too bad though, but my hands are already getting a little cramped up. Okay, so we're gonna put these guys back together so we don't lose it. They go in the little bucket. Go ahead and disconnect this guy. There you go. It's just like a little button down here you press on. We'll tuck him down there so he's out of the way and mostly protected. And then next is there's like a hose clamp down in there that connects to the turbo inlet, so we've got to take that off. I need to remove this guy and get this more out of the way so I have more room to get this out.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I disconnected this hose from the coolant reservoir and then took out those two 8mm bolts to wiggle him out of the way, and then my intake popped loose. So I'll get it out of the way and then we'll keep digging. Okay, so now you gotta get back here and undo. There's two in the front and two in the back bolts that hold the FICM on. So I'll get those out and then I can disconnect the FICM, and then I should have plenty of space to get to the Ipr after. There's one little bracket in there I gotta take out too. Okay, update, got the FICM out. Those back studs are really annoying to get the bolts off of, but there's a little bracket back there. You might be able to see it. There's a grounding wire to it. So I gotta take that off, get the bracket off, and then I can get to the Ipr. Just got this bracket out of the way, so now I have access to the Ipr, and we've got our special tool so we can get it out. And then I just opened up actually the new one, and I took a look at it and it looks great, so we'll see how this goes. Alright, so I just got the old sensor out. You can tell that we're trying to start the truck. Oil was flowing because it's covered in oil, but obviously I think the issue is the plunger in here is like stuck, so it's not doing its job. But we'll get the new one thrown in and we'll be good to go, hopefully. The shiniest thing down in there. So I've got it in, I've got the connection point pointed down. So now all I have to do is reinstall the connector. And then we go in reverse order. Sit rep, the FICM's back in. It went in a lot easier than it ever has for me. So either I'm a professional or I did something wrong.
Later.
Okay, so we've got everything put back together. Made sure the clamps are all good. Mass airflow sensor's back and connected. And the coolant reservoir pipes are all done up. Just did the batteries on each side. So now we gotta try to start it up. Let's hope this works. Okay, we've got power. I'll wait for the glow plug light to go out. It works. Well, that's a sigh of relief. I'm glad it was just the IPR and there's nothing else funny going on. And you can see now our IPR is where it's supposed to be. Earlier it sat at 85% while we were cranking, and that's why it was upset. So my guess is that old IPR, the plunger probably got some debris in it and got stuck open or closed. So I guess what I could do is try to fix it and then just have a spare IPR laying around. But yeah, so Vickham sink's good. Yeah, everything looks good. I'm sure the batteries are happy now too. So that's, I guess it took us like 2 weeks to fully do this, but it's done and the truck is happy. Hooray!